Hello everyone. So today we are going to do rotate array. Basically, the way we have two type of rotation like this question has two variations. That either we need to rotate it in clockwise direction or we need to rotate it in anti-clockwise direction. Now comes the part that some more variation could be like it is being said as minus and it is being said as plus 90. The way we use them for our scientific notations also. And another thing which it is being used as is it simply shifts the array towards the right. So that's why it is known as right shift and it is about left shift. So now let's take one example to specify that how it really works. Let's take an array of size 6 and let it be 0 or not 0 index but 1 index only. So our elements we are taking as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 and here also 1. Here also we are taking it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and then let's take k equals to 2 and here also k equals to 2. When it's about right shift, that is we are shifting each element towards the right. So it will be simply like 5, 6, 1, 2, 3 and 4. That is every element will be shifted 2 times towards the right. This is what all would be and whatever would be at last, they will simply come up to this first, the way here it is. Means our answer would be like this. And here the answer would be like, it will be simply shifted towards the left. Means 2 steps towards the left. It will be shifted. So here our answer would be simply like 3, 4, 5, 6, 1 and 2. So this is what it could be now. If we are unable to visualize it by this, then we could simply visualize it by this manner. That if we take indices like, let us take 1, 2 and 3 and for simplicity I have used 1, 2, 3 as elements also. So at one index, as the array is here 0 index. So at one index, what we are doing? We are doing 1 plus 2. At 2 index, we are doing 2 plus 2. At 3 index, we are doing 3 plus 2. And here, what we are doing is, why we are adding? Because it was right shift. And here, what we will be doing is, we will be simply subtracting because it was left shift. So here the answer would be 3, 4 and 5. So we can see that element 1 is simply at the third index. If we mark it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So it is simply at third index, 2 is at fourth index and 3 is at fifth index. The new indices. Here it will be simply like -1, 0 and 1. Now comes the part that we are having no -1 index or 0 index because our array is 1 index. So what modification we need to do is we simply add it to the n. And when we found a number which is greater than n, so what we will be doing for this is we'll simply do n plus 1 modulo n so that it comes in the range of n again. So it will be 1. Here it will be n minus 1, n is here 6, so it will be 5. N plus 0, n is here 6, so it will be 6. Here it will become 7. So when we will do modulo with 6, it will simply become 1. So this is all which we are doing here. if we simply consider about the question. Now comes the part, rather than doing these whole complex calculation or something and here's more confused. This part was just for explaining that what right shift and left shift actually means. That in right shift we are simply adding up that k value to that particular index and also keeping in mind that that particular index means that new index which is there means these indices which are there, these should be in the range of n. If they are not in the range of n, then the way we have done here, we have done modulo n, then we have got our right index. So whenever it will cross the range, then we will simply do modulo n. So this was only for the mathematical part. Now let's see how we could devise its solution basically. Like if we think this like this, let me give you one example of this only. At the first part only, where our array was like this. If we simply reverse it, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then just compare with the answer, what it was like. Here, the first two elements, that is this one. After reversing the whole array, the first two elements, that is 6 and 5, it was being reversed. In the next four elements, that is from 1 to 4, here 4 to 1, are being reversed. So the final answer would be simply like 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now basically what we are doing in right shift is that we are first doing reverse from, let's take it as n only, n dot begin, that is, we have name our array as n dot n. Next step what we are doing is we are reversing it again, and this time we are reversing it till k, that is starting from n dot begin, we are reversing it till n dot begin plus k. Now comes the third part, that is reversing the second half. Now the second half is being reversed starting from n begin plus k, comma n dot end. In a reverse function, basically these iterators are like n dot begin, that is it will start from the first index only. Means it will be starting from this first index, and this n dot end will be pointing towards the last element, towards the last element and towards the last. So like this only, n dot begin in this will be pointing towards the first element, and n dot begin plus k will be pointing towards the 1 and 2. So this is kth element, it will be pointing here. And here n dot begin plus k, it will be simply pointing towards this, and this n dot end will be pointing towards this. So this is how these things will be working. For these right shift, and if we talk about the left shift, then how that will work is like, if we again take the example of this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, then what we need to do is again we need to reverse it. And when we simply reverse it, then let's observe the pattern in our final answer, what it was really like. So here, what it was like, the last two elements were being reversed and the first four elements were being reversed, means these and these. So in this part, what we need to do is that we would be first reverse n dot begin, comma n dot end, and here the second part will be reverse n dot begin, but it will be like adding this part because these are n minus k elements, and it will go means it will go till this, but the starting part will be simply n dot begin only because we are starting from the start itself. And for the third portion, it will be simply like n dot begin plus n minus k and going till n dot end. So this is the modification we need to do in this. So basically, these were the two parts which we were doing. Like if we compare, so we need to do like this. That is, we are rotating our array clockwise, then we need to do like this. And if we are rotating our array anti-clockwise, then we need to do like this. So now, this was the basic part of this algorithm which we need to perform for reversing an array if it is left shift or it is right shift. Means these are the only two confusing parts. Now let's come with the code that how we really need to do coding for these problems. So the thing which is given in this lead code is about as we are shifting our array k is equal to 3 and we are shifting it as 5, 6, 7 are in the first and the 1, 2, 3 are towards the right. Basically the array is right shifted. So here we have rotated it clockwise. So now the algorithm will be simple like this. At first what we need to do is we need the size of the array which we have taken here, and then if the k is not in the range of our n, then first we need to take it to the range of n. The next part we need to write just these three steps as the array was simply about clockwise rotation. So we need to do it like this. Reverse our array for the first time, and then reverse our array with the first k elements, and then we need to reverse our array for the next elements, means the n minus k elements, that is from begin plus k till the end. If it was for the anti-clockwise, but here it is for clockwise, so at that portion what we need to do was we simply needed to do this step as it is, as we have done here. But then what we needed to do was that we simply need to n dot begin and then n dot begin plus n minus k, and after that we need to do nums dot begin plus n minus k and do it till nums dot end. So this was basically by using C++ STL function. If we don't wanted to use the STL function, then how we need to do it? Then also there is that we can do it. So for that part, things were specifically the same. Means we need to pass the nums array, pass the starting index and the ending index. So the starting index was 0 and the index was n minus 1. For the second part, it was 0 and then k minus 1. And for the third part, it was k and n minus 1. Why here it was k minus 1? Because whenever we pass the ending index in reversing, means in this STL function of reverse, it will simply point towards the that particular element and towards the ending of that. So that's why we were not required to pass here as like a k minus 1, the way here we are needed to pass. So now the next thing is that how we will reverse. We will be reversing by using two pointers, that is until our start is less than end. We will be simply taking a temp array, or not an array but a temp variable, in which we will be storing our first number. Then what we'll be doing is that now as our first number was already stored in temp, So now we need to store the n number in our start, and whatever was stored in temp, we need to store in n, and then increment the start and decrement them. Like this, we will be able to reverse this. So this is how we could do it without STL and with STL, like both of them. So this was all for this. And one more thing, the time complexity is key. So time complexity for this will be simply order of n, and as we haven't used any auxiliary array or something like that, so that's why space complexity will be simply order of 1. So this was it for it. Thank you.